A lot of people have personal experiences with the Rebbe that they remember forever. And whenever they think of it, it brings you back to that feeling that you had then. Some of them are happy ones, good ones. Sometimes they're scary ones. So I want to repeat one of the scary experiences that I had that whenever I think of it, I get scared again. And that is, in Tovshin Chof Hei, the Rebbe davened for the Omed Shachris and the Mincha Ma'ariv. The Rebbe had 5 candles lit on the Omed. Who would light the candles? So usually it was Reb Sholem Yisrael Chodakov. He used to light the candles a few minutes before the Rebbe walked in. He would prepare the candles and light the candles. And before Shachris, and then before Mincha, and then before Ma'ariv. One day, Tovshin Chof Hei, middle of the winter, he told me that punct today he will not be able to be in Sem 70 at the time to light the candles before the Rebbe comes into Mincha. So he asked me for a favor if I could do the one to do it. I said, sure, I could do it. Punct, and there was a chosan there. After Seder, at 2:15, comes over to me. He needs some help in his house, that he's in the middle of Yesheva Brachas and needs some help to set up certain things, if I could come and help him. So I told him, sure, I could come, but I have to be back here at 3:10, because the Rebbe comes out to Mincha 3:15, and I promised that I will light the candles, so I have to be back. So I went there, and I was helping him, and the time got close, and I told him I have to run. He started nudging me, no, you got to finish, you're going to finish anyway. I slept it to the last second, and I ran to 770 with my coat. It was winter, and I ran in, and it was a minute before 3:15. And I ran over to the Omed. The Elam was standing already, and I was with my coat, with my scarf, and I ran over to the Omed, and I started lighting the candles, hoping that I'll finish before the Rebbe walks in. And what happened was, while I was in the middle of lighting the candles, the Rebbe walks in. And he walks over to the Omed. I couldn't go away from the Omed. I had to finish lighting the candles. And the Rebbe stood right next to me, waiting for me to finish. And I'm standing there with my coat, with my scarf, and lighting the candles, which is be'etzem a big chutzpah. Why couldn't you do it before? You have to have the Rebbe stand there, and you have to have the Rebbe wait. But that's how it turned out. And the Rebbe waited till I finished. And when I finished, I walked away, and the Rebbe started Ashrei. But whenever I think of it, I start shivering. Thinking of the moment, took Sachakal Mistame 30 seconds or a minute, that I was standing there, lighting the candles, the Rebbe standing next to me, waiting for me to finish lighting the candles. Such a scare that I had, that whenever I remember that, I get scared again and I start shivering. But hopefully that there was no kpeda and everything was good. But the feeling that I had then, I still have now.